Good afternoon. Good afternoon. It is a great day in Harlem, as it is every day. I'm Terri Wisdom. I'm your host for Harlem Network News. And as many of you are aware, Harlem Network News is a new media platform. We started Harlem Network News back at the onset of the pandemic, and it's been a year and a half. Our services have really been necessary. We've been boots on the ground, really covering everything Harlem and Harlems of the world. And as I said, it is indeed a great day in Harlem. Today, we have a very special guest with us, and that is Derek Perkinson of NAN. He is the field director and national crisis director, chief of staff. Derek, if you would just say hello to the Harlem Network News audience. Thank you.
Harlem, what's up, Harlem? Harlem News Network, what's going on? Good to be here, Terry. Thanks for having me.
Thank you so much, Derek. And before I go further, there are a few things that I want to do. Harlem Network News, as you know, is a new media platform. We're on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, and we're on Clubhouse. So we cover it all. We're even doing a little bit of TikTok because we have some young interns. But on a more somber and supportive note, Harlem Network News really would like to offer personal condolences to our Cordell Clear. She lost her son, and he was funeralized, Jordan Nevis. He was in his late 20s. So our hearts and minds and soul go out to us. Anything that we can do to be supportive. Cordell Clear, as many of you know, is a district leader here in Harlem. She recently ran for the office of city council, and she is just an incredible person of, in this community. So
amen. We pray for her, pray for Cordell and her son. Amen. Jordan, rest in peace.
Give our support. And we also want to first off congratulate our new mayor, our new governor, Kathy Hochul. We send our congratulations. And we have met you in Harlem before at the Abyssinian Baptist Church. So we have great expectations. I mean, obviously this world is fluid. Governor Cuomo was in and now gone, and now Kathy Hochul, but we have great hopes. And I think that Honorable Governor Kathy Hochul, the first woman governor of New York State, number one, but you're off to a great start. Just yesterday, it was announced that our new lieutenant governor was going to be Harlem's own state senator, Brian Benjamin.
Amen, Brian. Salute.
Today. We salute Kathy Hochul. Like I said, you Honorable Governor Kathy Hochul, you get into a right start because you're an upstate person, and coming and nominating Brian Benjamin, our state senator, that is a good move. It's a good move for Harlem. It's a good move for the state. It's inclusive. And today, you kept it real when you were at the Harlem State Office building announcing that, nomination or, induction of Brian Benjamin to come. So that's amazing, and it is a blessing. And of course, State Senator Brian Benjamin, we congratulate you. We've walked through this forest with you, and we're looking forward to you and our governor to join us on Harlem Network News as soon as possible. We're hoping Sunday. I'm putting it out there. So anyway, and we were all at the state office building. Harlem Network News covered it live, and of course, our Honorable Hazel Dukes was there, just sitting on the dais, and affectionately known as Ma Dukes. She was there, as well as our Honorable Reverend Al Sharpton of NAN. So that's going to segue to you, Derek, please let us know what your day was like today, what you were doing, what's coming up, please. Thank you.
Yes, thank you. Thanks for having me. Derek Perkinson, National Action Network, New York State Field Director, National Crisis Director. As for today, we've been doing NAN Community Day series, and we've been covering every borough. Thus far, we've been to Jamaica, Queens. We've been to Staten Island. We had one planned for Far Rockaway that was postponed. Queens, and today we did Bethany Baptist Church, the home of Reverend Dr. Al Sharpton, who's started the National Action Network 30 years ago today. So this Saturday we are marching on for voting rights. As you see, my advertisement in the back wall of my Zoom, and we're gonna march on for voting rights. 400 bills were submitted to suppress the vote. 18 of which are the 32 states have passed into law. So we have to show up. We have to show up. This is very detrimental to our future. So we're asking everyone if you can't come on down to DC. We have other states that's partaking into it. So please look on our website, www.nationalactionnetwork.net, and check out the other locations near you where you can participate in this very important, vital action, nationwide action. So that's what we're doing. And next week, we're going to be in Harlem for Community Day. So I hope, Terri, you have the Harlem Network News there. We're going to have a lot of tables, AT&T, Cayuga Centers, SBI's office, Taylor, Inez, everybody's on board. And then Youth Huddle, of course. And then the following week, we'll do the Bronx and Teller Avenue and 165, 166 Teller. And, you never know what's going to happen. Like you said, Reverend Sharpton has already have a relationship and is building a strong relationship with the new governor, Kathy Hochul. And we know she has to go for election next year. So we want to be supportive. We don't know what's going to happen in the future, but like you said, some things we need now. And we can't wait to see who will be the next mayor next governor, or who's going to continue to be governor. We need some solutions right now, resources now. So we're hoping Kathy pull out some miracles for us.
Okay, well, thank you for sharing, Derek, and thank you. You have really and truly been such a great supporter of Harlem Network News. Whenever you are called, you come. And, the work that you're doing is so important. And even on a busy day like today, I wanted to just assure that we got you on so you could talk about the march on for voting rights. And it is also commemorating, and I believe it's the 58th year of the March on Washington.
Yeah.
And, Harlem Network News was there last year at the March on Washington, which was so empowering. Having all of the families of all of those who have lost their lives, from Breonna Taylor to George Floyd, and just going back, Trayvon Martin.
Yeah.
So empowering. And then we walked from the monument, the Lincoln Monument, straight over to the Martin Luther King Monument. And for those of you who, if you're at the march, please take that in. And even if you ever go to Washington, you've got to see the chamber for Dr. Martin Luther King. I call it the chamber. And his son was there. It was almost like walking, and I haven't been there, but it felt like walking into the tombs in Egypt. And then when you came around, there was the bust of Dr. King. Very, very empowering. So, Derek, tell us a little bit, what time is the march? Is the march going to be broadcast? If folks still want to sign up for the march, can they? Where the buses are leaving from? Is there a fee, a cost to take the bus, just so everybody's prepared? And those that want to jump on the bus or get on the bus, they can do that. So if you would.
No, absolutely. I'm glad you asked that.
Thank you.
The plans are the buses are going to leave in front of the House of Justice, the national headquarters of the National Action Network at 106 West 145th Street. We're asking everyone to come about 3:30 in the morning. We're looking to pull out about 3:30 to 4. And then we're going to go to DC. The program starts about 10, from 10 to 12. No, excuse me. The program starts at 8 to 10.
Okay.
Right. So you'll have that the early portion of the program, 8 to 10. We'll start lining up by 10 o'clock. We'll march. It's a mile point, 1.3 miles. So it's not too far. So that should take us
Okay.
about a half hour, 45 minutes to march. We get to about 12, and we'll have the program with Dr. Martin Luther King III, his wife, Dr. King's granddaughter, and so on and so forth, Reverend Sharpton, and other speakers, other invited speakers, elected officials, Congress people will be there, and activists and advocates on civil rights and LGBT rights. We got some prominent people coming for that. So, and then we're going to wrap it up, about 3:30, 4 o'clock, be back on the road. So it's going to be a long day, but this is necessary to make our voices heard.
Okay, that is so powerful, so powerful, as there is so much going on in the world, to save peace. I mean, we've got everything going on in Kabul, and, there's just a lot going on, and it takes a lot to really stay up with everything. Okay, so once again, just to be clear, if folks still want to sign up, can they still sign up? Can they show up, or they have to pre-sign? And are there any, because we're in the middle of COVID and in the middle of the Delta variants, are there any specifications for getting on the bus, if you would share?
Right. So as you know, last year we did the March on Washington to commemorate the memory of Dr. King's march, 63-year 1963. So we did at the height of the pandemic, 250,000 people. So we're going to use a lot of those same safety protocols moving forward, Terry. So everyone has to wear a mask the whole trip, getting on the bus, the whole trip on the bus and back. And everyone has to get their temperature taken before they get on that bus. So the protocols are in place. We're asking everyone, of course, with the hand sanitizer and things of that nature. I would ask everyone, the buses have already been locked in, but people are, have a couple of drop-offs. So people are saying that you can't make it one thing or another. Okay. So I think they should register for head count in support of the legislation, HR 1, HR 4. And then we need them to register and put their name in for a seat for the bus. If there's a seat, we'll give it to you, call or vet you. If somebody opens up, we may call and give you a seat on the bus as well. So yes.
Okay, that sounds fantastic. Now, question, can folks drive? And then I guess you'll have to figure out, we just lost Derek we just see his picture right now. But I wanted to catch back up. I'm Terri Wisdom. This is Harlem Network News. And my guest today is the Honorable Derek Perkinson, who is a chief of staff at NAN. And he's talking about the March On for Voting Rights that is going to take place in Washington, D.C. That'll be the main stage of it. But it is also going to take place, in my understanding, in some other cities, Georgia, Miami, and I'll let Derek fill you in. Derek's back. Okay, so Derek was saying that it looks like the buses are filled, but still register so that you can be part of that head count. If a seat opens up, they'll get you on that bus, but you can certainly drive as well. Where are you all starting? The actual march is going to start at about 8 a.m. And there'll be, where will you be? At the Lincoln Memorial?
Well, no, we're going to walk past the Lincoln Memorial. I was trying to share my screen so I could, we have the little map. I have the little map. Map up.
Okay. Well, even if you can't share it now, if you send it to me, because Harlem Network News, we do a newsletter twice a week, and we will have our newsletter coming out early tomorrow morning. So I'll try to include that map in there. We just thought it was critical to get you on today, Derek, so we can do that final push for the March On for the voting rights. Okay, so
definitely.
So we'll put up the map. You're going to walk past the Lincoln Memorial, and then where are you going? Where's the final destination?
I know it's Street H and I or something. Hold on one second. I have it. I have it right here. Okay, I'm gonna share my screen. Okay,
Okay.
it's allowing me to share my
Okay.
screen. Can you see
Oh,
it?
yes, yes, we
Okay,
can.
beautiful, beautiful.
All
So I
right.
did it.
Love it.
All
Love
right.
it.
So
Love
as you can
it.
see
Okay.
on the screen, where March starts at 9:45, McPherson Square Park. See, I can remember
Okay.
that
All
15th
right.
Street Northwest
Okay.
and I Street. So we're
All
gonna
right.
march past the Black Lives Matter Plaza, and we're gonna march
Okay.
past the White House. So
All
that's
right.
pretty exciting for me.
Yeah.
Closing rally with the backdrop of the United States Capitol, entering at the 12th Street and Madison Drive,
Okay.
gathering from 7th Street to 14th Street between Jefferson Drive and Madison Drive.
Okay. Okay.
So we
That's
still got, it's to call that 800 number, 877-626-4651. You call that number, you put your name on the list, and you may be able to do that. So you have the whole,
okay. Okay.
do you see the map?
Yeah, I see the map.
So we
Thank
start
you.
at the top,
Yeah.
then
Okay.
we'll go to the left,
Okay.
down, right,
Okay.
and down, boom, boom, boom. So that's a nice little walk. There are other groups doing
Absolutely.
things on that day,
Okay.
as well. So we don't want to get mixed up with them, but we all here for the same cause. So there's no
Okay.
beef, so to speak.
Okay.
We're just doing the work. It's all about the work. It's all about the
Right.
people.
Absolutely.
It don't matter who gets the credit.
Okay, well, thank you for sharing that screen, and we'll make sure we post that 877-626-4651, and you can also go to www.nationalactionnetwork.net to find
That's
out
right.
information. So thank you, Derek, and I love that real underscore Sharpton. I'm loving it. So
Okay, I cut it
that
off.
is
Okay.
that's incredible.
Sure, exciting.
And so, can you just tell us a little bit, because I know you got to go,
Yeah.
because Derek is on the move as always. But what is the voting rights bill? Tell us about that. Where are we with that, and what can we do, and what should
So
we?
I'm glad you asked that, because this is what we're marching for. The voting bills are HR1 and HR4. And just this past week, a week and a half ago, the House has passed the Voting Rights Bill. It's for the People Act is one name of the bill, and the other bill is named the John Lewis voting rights. So what I'm trying to say is this: the bill passed in the House. We know in the Senate it's probably going to be dead on arrival. So we are making noise to have these senators either vote on this bill to protect our right to vote. And the bills are designed to do this. One of the bills is to protect our rights to vote. All these municipalities, they passed 400 bills for voter suppression. They will be null and void. So we will reinstate the Shelby Holder pre-clearance into the Voting Rights Act in one bill. The other bill will be about taking dark money out of politics. We should know if you're running for politics, Terri, if someone gives you $1, someone gives you $1,000, $1,000,000, we should know who's giving you money. There's no way in the world we're hiding who's getting money. So these two bills are very important, and we look forward to having them.
Okay. Well, thank you very much, Derek, for sharing that and just keeping people conscious. We know that in our communities, Harlem and the Harlems of the world community, people are overwhelmed. The disparities are just, we can't even explain it. I mean, we were at the state office building today, for our Honorable Governor Kathy Hochul to officially announce her Lieutenant Governor, State Senator Brian Benjamin. That was amazing. But right on 126, there's all kind of garbage and this and that. I mean, we are not getting the same services in our community. You got developers building a high rise right behind the Apollo, but the street is littered with garbage and trash. Why is that happening? So we have so much to deal with, and never mind, what we're dealing with COVID and the variants and our children going back to school and being safe. We have so much to deal with, and we have vaccine, non-vaccine, people breaking through the vaccine. So we have a lot to contend with, but we still have to stay diligent and vigilant and not feel that we're disconnected from our politicians. We've got to get involved. And the organization, NAN, National Action Network, is an organization that's boots on the ground. So Derek, if you would just share a little bit more about your family day that happened in Jamaica, Queens today, and it's coming up in Harlem. What is the purpose of that? What happens at Family Day, please?
Yeah, National Action Work Community Day, again, we're trying to build better relations amongst ourselves and amongst the police department, law enforcement. We don't want the community looking at all the law enforcement as the enemy, and we don't want the community, being beat up and victimized by law enforcement, and as they seem looked upon as being all criminals. So we come together, we interact with the kids. The NYPD brought a lot of interactive games. They
Okay, I think we lost a little bit of audio, Derek. You were breaking out. Derek was sharing that it's an interactive day.
Yeah,
the police.
and we talk about conflict resolution and things of that nature. So it's a community day to build better relations amongst each other. Talk to people in your neighborhood, people you probably see, never speak to, because we speak to each other with such aggression, and we have to stop that. So it's a good thing to do, and we're going to do some more. Today was Bethany Baptist Church in Brooklyn.
Okay, all right, okay. So as you can see, here in Harlem, we're busy, and we know that, quote, the gods are shining upon us now that one of Harlem's own, Brian Benjamin, has been appointed the lieutenant.
Salute, Brian Benjamin.
Yeah, it's a great and powerful day. And of course, as Brian knows, he's from Harlem. He knows we're holding him feet to the fire, but we feel like the fact that he is coming in really is a very good sign, and it shows some inclusion and gives us some empowerment, which is really what we need for change. I also want to share with people as we're moving along that there's an event that's happening right now in Riverside Park, and that is the Fred E. Samuel's annual Family Day and fundraiser. And so that's very exciting. That's from 5 to 9. And it's at the Denny Farrell Riverbank State Park. Okay. And all right, Derek. Derek is on it. And technology, he's actually sharing his screen, and you can see all the folks at the park. So it's an amazing and great day. And I would encourage people, this is Harlem Network News, and I'm Terri Wisdom, I'm your host. And I just want to encourage everyone, unless you're eating, please, please, please keep your mask on. It doesn't cost you. Get a cute mask, but try to put, hey, night,
Whitaker.
You want to say it for
only.
I love it. The technology is just amazing.
Yeah, I got my earpiece in. She can't hear you. Much love. It's all love, though. It's all love.
Great. Well, anyway, it's amazing to see folks. And Dawn Jones was trying to join us, but I know she's there organizing everything. So we also want to encourage Harlem and Harlem of the world. Please vote. Voting is important. Okay, voting is important. Even though candidates may have won the primary, it's not over, as they say, until the fat lady sings. So make sure you get out and vote. And Christian, Jordan, looking for very, very. So that's all I have to say. Well, Derek, thank you.
Okay, let me give him my money. I'll see you later, Terri. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you. Okay. All right. Harlem Network News. And that was live. I appreciate Derek. And please join us. As they say, as the DJs say, tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend. This is Harlem Network News. And please make a contribution. If you can make a financial contribution, that's great. But if you have a story, an idea, if you can write, whatever you can do to make a contribution, that is what's needed. I also, on a happy note, I want to wish Valerie Simpson of the Sugar Bar a happy birthday. Okay? And so we're looking forward this evening. It's their open mic. And Valerie Simpson, owner of the Sugar Bar. And I know everybody remembers Nick Ashford and Valerie Simpson. So it's a blessed day. And just stay strong and stay positive. And if you can get out to the Delacorte Theater in Central Park, there's an all-Black cast. And it's the Merry Wives. It's Shakespeare in the Park. Phenomenal performance. It has a little dicey twist to it that is representative of today, but very important. Central Park is our park too. We got to claim it. Okay, I know we went through the Exonerated Five, and we are looking in the community boards to Community Board 10 in particular to build a monument and some, learning and developmental centers surrounding the Exonerated Five. And I know that because that happened, a lot of us stayed out of the park, but we pay taxes. When I went to the Delacorte Theater last night, I could count 10 Black people in there. Okay, that's a crying shame. Okay, when they had the event, that was reopened the city, there were hardly any Black people there. Now, it may have done with the lineup. It may have to do with the fact that, we're conscious and we didn't want to put ourselves in that kind of crowd because honestly, nobody had a mask on. What is the disparity where we're having events that have 10,000 people, but meanwhile, people in school got to be vaccinated, wear masks. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we need to be vigilant. This is not a fantasy that people have died, and the main people that have died, are Black and brown people. So I just want to say, this is our city. We pay taxes, get engaged. Even if you don't vote, you still paying the salary of the politicians. You are, whether it's when you buy a soda and they put tax on it, or when they take tax out of your job. So let's stay vigilant. Let's claim what's ours, and let's partake. Let's participate. Let's have some joy, even though we are overwhelmed because of our economic, health, and educational disparities. But we got to take back our lives. This is Harlem Network News, and I'm Terri Wisdom, and I'm coming to you live, and I'm honored to be here to bring you the information. And we will be, please look out for our newsletter, subscribe. It's via email. We are looking for sponsors, all kinds of funding, but we're boots on the ground. So we're going to make sure that we bring the information to you. We are the voice and the drumbeat of Harlem, and I am Terri Wisdom. It's a great day in Harlem, and once again, our sincere condolences and prayers to Cordell Claire and her family as she lost her young son, Jordan Nevis, and anything that we can do to support you. We are indeed here. We also do, in a happier note, want to congratulate Brian Benjamin for being appointed as the Lieutenant Governor. And we're hoping to get Brian Benjamin on this Sunday, and we also are hoping to get the Governor, Kathy Hochul. But we salute you, Governor Kathy Hochul, because that was a bold move and a necessary move and a move of inclusion. So Terri Wisdom, Harlem Network News. Join us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. We're doing TikTok now because we want to make sure we get the young folks. We have some young interns that are working with us. And we are also on Clubhouse and HarlemNetworkNews.com, and of course, Facebook and YouTube. So whatever your passion, you'll find us. We're on everything. So blessings on, and stay strong, stay vigilant, stay conscious, stay connected. We implore you to do that. Have a blessed and prosperous evening, and happy birthday, Valerie Simpson of the Sugar Bar. Looking forward to a great open mic this evening. Blessings.